In this video, we are going to take a look at the Farmall 06 series tractors. They are a family of row crop tractors with 6-cylinder engines, providing greater horsepower than the smaller Farmall 04 series using the 4-cylinder engines. Until the late 1950s, Farmall and International Harvester tractors used 4-cylinder engines for general purpose and row crop tractors. Demands for higher performance and greater horsepower led to broader use of 6-cylinder engines, with the bulk of International's production moving to the larger engines. The Farmall 806 and 706 were introduced in 1963, with production running to 1967. The Farmall 1206 was introduced in 1965 as the most powerful tractor of its time, using a turbocharged diesel engine. Production of the 1206 also ran until 1967. The 06 series sold very well and was regarded as one of the most successful series to come from the company. The 706, 806, and 1206 were upgraded to the 756, 856, and 1256 in 1967 for release in 1968. Now let's take an individual look at each tractor. Introducing the Farmall 706, a true workhorse built by International Harvester. The Farmall 06 series tractors are a family of row crop tractors with 6-cylinder engines. Released in 1963, the 706 is powered by the International Harvester D282 6-cylinder diesel engine. The 282 was the original diesel available for the 706. It was later replaced by the German-built 310 diesel. The 706, equipped with the 282 diesel, could produce 89 horsepower. The 706 was also available with a gas engine, which was the International Harvester C263 6-cylinder gasoline engine. Built in Rock Island, Illinois, there was over 45,000 706s built. The original price for this tractor was around $6,000 for the gas model and just over $7,000 for the diesel. The 706 came with many new features such as a new transmission with a 4-speed main box and a 2-speed range box, power steering, and a hydraulically actuated PTO. It also had an optional torque amplifier, TA, that could move between gears without a clutch. The 706 would later be replaced by the Farmall 756 in 1967. The Farmall 706. When you need strength, reliability, and the spirit of farming tradition, this tractor's got you covered. So carrying on with the Farmall 06 series, we now come to the 806. The Farmall 806 was introduced to the market in 1963. It came with the option of 3 different engines: diesel, gas, or LP gas. The more popular engine was the International Harvester D361 5.9-liter 6-cylinder diesel. That could produce 95 horsepower. The gas version was the International Harvester C301 4.9-liter 6-cylinder gasoline. The 806 was pretty much identical to the 706, with some slight differences such as being obviously bigger, and from what I could find out, they had different differential pinion gears. Then the other difference is the engines. For example, the 806 featured the D361 diesel, whereas the 706 had the D282 and then later used the German D310 diesel. The transmission was a 2-range unit with low and high ranges for a total of 8 gears forward and 2 in reverse. A torque amplifier was offered as an option. Over 42,000 Farmall 806s were built in its production run from 1963 to 1967, making it the more popular tractor in the Farmall 06 lineup. Built to last, the Farmall 806 remains a beloved icon in the world of tractors, still running strong on many farms today. Let's take a look at the last tractor in the Farmall 06 series. The 706 and 806 proved that International Harvester's engineering team was capable of designing robust and reliable machinery, but they didn't want to stop there. They had plans for an even more powerful tractor to finish off the 06 lineup. Introduced in 1965, the Farmall 1206 was powered by the International Harvester DT361 5.9-liter 6-cylinder turbocharged diesel, the same engine that was used in the 806, but it was severely overhauled. For example, they added a turbocharger, added a more strengthened and hardened crankshaft. Paired up with larger oil passages, it was designed to be 100% stronger than the original engine. The 1206 could produce 94 horsepower at the PTO and had a gross engine horsepower of 110. The 1206 was scheduled to enter production in January 1964, but there was a problem with commercially available tractor tires of the time. The 1206 prototypes delivered so much power to the ground that they literally tore their tires from the rims. Farmers absolutely loved this new addition to the Farmall 06 series. By the time it was replaced in late 1967 with the more powerful 1256, just over 8,000 tractors had been produced. Though production ended in 1967, the legacy of the Farmall 1206 lives on, a true symbol of strength and innovation in farming history.